Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, Bar Harbor is getting a new salt market thanks to two organizations working to keep products locally sourced.
Plus, the Dexter community is working together to replace a memorial for a family who suffered a tragedy.
And a Holton man convicted for the murder of an Oakfield couple was back in court. This and more right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us this morning. We're in the final hour here of Good Morning Maine. It's Thursday, September 8th, and we have some beautiful temperatures on the way.
I know. One last breath of summer. It's going to be a beautiful weekend as well.
Let's get Devin Biggs in here with the first check of our forecast.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience a Shepherd difference today. All right, as we start things off this morning, some areas seeing some fog, especially across the western ends of the state, and also to the north near the Millinocket area too. Don't be surprised if we do encounter some dense fog as you do make your travels this morning. That will be going away as we'll have a decent amount of sunshine moving forward later today, but also some clouds. We're seeing some clouds developing this morning, and there's a little wave of energy to the north and west that will give us the opportunity, at least a slight chance for a few showers later today, especially in the northern ends of the state. Some of those may try to sneak further down to the south before they begin to fizzle out. Well, otherwise, though, things will remain calm today under a partly cloudy sky. But here's what will happen. Now, a wave of energy will move in. Here's those showers we're watching out for. Some may sneak to the south before they fizzle out, and there'll be more fog that we'll have to watch out for, at least further off towards the north. By tomorrow morning will not be as widespread as what we're seeing in a few areas this morning. The wind's not a huge deal as well, mainly out of the south at about 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour. In a few spots. Overall, the wind today will be looking pretty decent. We'll be in the upper 70s today. Partly cloudy, a slight chance for a rain shower, especially further to the north. South wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. A mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thanks, Devin. First up this morning, a car crash in Albion has left one person dead. It happened in the area of 505 Unity Road just before 11 a.m. Monday. Lieutenant Chris Reed with the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office says the car went off the roadway into a ditch and rolled over, then flipped in midair before landing on its roof. Reed says passing motorists called 911 and attempted to help the sole occupant of the car, but were unsuccessful. 93-year-old Elva LaPointe of Unity died at the scene. Lieutenant Reed says at this point in the investigation, it is believed LaPointe suffered from a medical event prior to leaving the roadway.
A Washington County woman has been arrested for allegedly trafficking fentanyl. 65-year-old Lisa Malone of Baileyville was arrested on Tuesday. Maine Drug Enforcement Agency Commander Peter Arno says early last month they started an investigation into suspected fentanyl trafficking in Baileyville. He says undercover agents purchased fentanyl at a home on Oxford Street. On Tuesday, MDEA agents and other law enforcement conducted a search of the home. Approximately 127 grams of suspected fentanyl with a street value over $25,000, as well as $1,400 in suspected drug proceeds were confiscated. Malone was transported to the Washington County Jail. Her bail was set at $25,000 cash.
A 12-year-old Bangor student has been charged with terrorizing after police say a threat was made to a school. Police say they responded to the Bangor Regional Program Tuesday for a report of a threat. The officers on scene were told a note had been written on a wall indicating an act of violence would occur at the school on Wednesday. Bangor police detectives began the investigation and identified a 12-year-old student who was then charged with terrorizing. There was increased police presence at the Bangor schools yesterday.
A Holton man convicted for the murder of an Oakfield couple, as well as burning down their house, was back in court Wednesday. Joe Cortez has the details.
In 2017, Matthew Davis was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Michael Kitchen and Heidi Pratt. On Wednesday, Davis was in Penobscot County Superior Court alleging ineffective assistance of counsel after an eyewitness expert was not allowed to testify during his trial.
It wasn't admissible at the trial because previous attorneys did not get the report in on time to the judge, so the judge excluded him from testifying.
Defense attorney Hunter Tavares called 3 witnesses to the stand, including one of Davis's former attorneys, Amber Tucker of Portland. Tucker was questioned on her knowledge of the process and why Dr. Brian Cutler's testimony did not make the trial. Davis's other attorney, Daniel Lilly of Portland, has since passed away.
I think at that point the trial was set to start the following month. So as far as whether there's been any specific conversation between Dan and I as far as whether to file a motion at that date to extend the deadlines or move forward with trial in December, I don't have any specific recollection of conversations.
Dr. Brian Cutler was the second witness. He shed light on what factors can hinder an eyewitness's reliability, including exposure time, lighting conditions, and degree of stress experienced by the witness.
Well, those are risk factors for mistaken identification. Those factors can make it harder for a witness to encode a perpetrator's characteristics or form a memory for a perpetrator that's necessary for later eyewitness identification.
Well, we expected that to be his testimony because he had prepared a report previously to defense counsel. And we believe that if the jury had heard his testimony, it could have at least raised doubt as to the reliability of the single eyewitness that identified Mr. Davis in this case.
Judge Alan Hunter gave 60 days for the counsel to review video that may require the case to go back in court. In Bangor, I'm Joe Cortez for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:06. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a memorial in Dexter is deteriorating, and now the community wants to solidify it with some new materials.
But first, here's a look at your forecast. Temperatures in the high 70s, mostly sunny today. We'll see some clouds move in overnight. Those temps are dropping down to low 52. And tomorrow for your Friday, starting the weekend off right with mostly sunny skies and a high of 81.
I earned my retirement. I worked over 40 years for it. But Bruce Poliquin doesn't get it. He's a Wall Street banker and congressman who took all that money from the drug and insurance industries, then voted for devastating cuts to Medicare and risking Social Security. Poliquin even supported raising the retirement age. Bruce Poliquin is all about corporations and multimillionaires like himself, not us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
When Ansley Moore of Better Homes and Gardens wants to know the local forecast, she logs on to foxbangor.com. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
Mom? Sometimes older parents need extra care.
Let me help with that, Mom. I better get this ambulance. Oh, no. Let me help with that. Let me help with that, Mom. Let's give Mom some help.
Find care for your mom and dad at care.com.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Years in the making.
We have so much experience on our side.
Come and throw. Age to perfection.
Go Red Team. Go Red Team.
Welcome to Hell's Kitchen Battle of the Ages.
Hurry up. Come on. Get it together.
These 40-somethings.
I may have peed a little.
Take on these 20-somethings.
20s, baby.
You might think you're ready.
But you're just not.
You. Get out!
Hell's Kitchen.
Get out!
Battle of the Ages. Premieres September 29th on Fox.
In 2011, a family suffered an unspeakable tragedy when they lost 3 loved ones to domestic violence. Now the Dexter community is stepping up to help their memorial last for many years to come. Susan Farley has the story.
This is something that never should have happened.
37-year-old Amy Lake was a beloved school teacher in Dexter. Her daughter Monica was 12 and her son Cody was 13 when they were all shot to death by her estranged husband and the father of her children, Stephen Lake, in June of 2011.
She was under the most severe protection order that the state of Maine offers. And it didn't do any good. If he had an ankle bracelet on, he never, ever could have got close enough to that family.
the police would have got a warning ahead of time. If the state had it all over, there would be a lot of the domestic violence, murders, that will never happen.
About a year after Amy and her children were killed, a memorial was built in Harmony. Time and weather have taken their toll.
I didn't even have the words out of my mouth when I asked my brothers about rebuilding this, and the big word was yes, we need to do it right away.
Cambridge Masonic Lodge 157 is holding a chicken fry and cornhole tournament at noon on September 17th. It will be near the memorial at the intersection of routes 150 and 154.
We're going to change the wooden steps into granite steps so they last. We're going to add 3 little granite benches here, and I'm going to have their names engraved on the benches.
Amy's father says he is moved by the effort.
Help us rebuild this memorial, which all of us wish was never here.
Susan Farley for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
It's never been a better time than now to donate to the SPCA of Hancock County. First National Bank and some local families have vowed to match all donations up to $15,000 starting September 1st. This means that all donations made until the limit is met will be doubled. SPCA's Development Director Samantha Thorson says the sooner people donate, the more it will impact the shelter.
These animals are dependent on the generosity of a local community. We don't receive funding from county or federal, national resources. So it's really the community that comes together and makes this happen for the animals.
Can I get you to look at the camera?
The SPCA's website, they've raised just under $7,000 in their first week. To donate or to track the campaign's progress, go to spcahancockcounty.org. You can also find the link in this story on our website, foxbangor.com.
Time is now 8:12 after the break. At a time when China's numerical advantage is becoming greater each year, the Navy has set its eyes on a new plan going forward.
Plus, UMaine is working with a new technology designed for senior citizens and those who are suffering from health conditions. Details on these stories and more when we come back.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
Brooks Tire and Auto Sales in Dexter offers quality used vehicles covered under a 30-day, 1,000-mile, 100% guarantee. We're proud of the quality of the used vehicles we sell and dedicated to serving our customers. We have a full-service auto repair shop and nobody can beat our prices on tires. Call us for a quote. Buy 4 tires from us and get a free rotation. Be sure to visit our virtual showroom of inventory available on our website. Whether it's your first purchase with us or one of many, you can count on us to make it the best buying experience possible. Brooks Tire and Auto Sales, Route 7, Dexter.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
We are the first family of country music.
Fame can become intoxicating. Just gotta be careful that you don't turn into mama.
This family's been hanging on to a lot of secrets.
You may run for a long time.
They were bound to catch up with us.
Let me tell you, the guy's gonna cut you down.
Monarch premieres Sunday, September 11th on Fox.
The U.S. Navy is getting ready to turn the chapter on its workhorse destroyer, the Arleigh Burke, which went into production over more than 30 years ago. The Navy has awarded design contracts on the future ship that would be equipped with lasers and hypersonic missiles. The stakes are high when it comes to a replacement for the backbone of the fleet at a time when China's numerical advantage becomes greater each year. The Navy has vowed that it won't repeat recent shipbuilding debacles when it rushed production and crammed too much tech into ships, causing delays and cost overruns.
Researchers at the University of Maine created a device that could serve as a way to help seniors and people with illnesses. Matthew Jurancic has more.
Advances in technology at UMaine are making it easier for people to keep track of what they're putting in their bodies.
These people have a better idea about what kind of food they are taking, and this way they can easily kind of manage these chronic health conditions. And that's how we got the idea for the SIPBit.
SIPBit is technology designed for senior citizens and those who suffer from health conditions like diabetes and other ailments that can correctly identify the sugar content of a beverage through electrical impedance measurement. University of Maine Assistant Professor of Spatial Computing Namisha Ranasinghe explains how these electrical currents are used to make sugar content.
We have like two metal electrodes submerged, and then we are passing tiny electrical current or electrical pulses between these two electrodes, and then we record the differences of impedance.
And once this is done, they'll be able to pinpoint exactly what the drink is and the sugar content of that beverage. According to Ranasinghe, he says it becomes tiresome when senior citizens and those who struggle with health conditions like cancer, heart and kidney diseases, and diabetes have to manually record what they eat and drink daily. Ranasinghe says SIPBit makes it easier to record this information.
We extract that information and we combine with machine learning, which makes it very powerful and very accurate to detect those components of a beverage, and then we can miniaturize, and now we can integrate into a everyday utensil or like for example like a cup, where people can use it every day in their everyday lives to record this information.
Even with similar products on the market, PhD student Chamat Amarasinghe says none are as reliable as SIPBit.
Currently, at the moment, the dietary applications usually involves mobile apps that kind of take an image of the food and kind of analyze it with image processing. The problem with this kind of visual methodologies is that it is kind of unable to give internal information about the food.
In its infancy stages, Ranasinghe plans on incorporating this into our daily lifestyles.
People get more information and people get like awareness. Okay, I have been eating not necessarily like a few cups of coffee or a few cups of tea, and match their activities or calorie intake or requirements with the actual intake more accurately.
Reporting from Orno, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The time is now 8:17.
Now let's get a full look at our forecast with Devin Biggs. He joins us now.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, fog, name of the game this morning, especially near the Millinocket area, seeing some dense fog just around the area. And further off towards the western ends of the state, some widespread fog being developed that's causing some areas of visibility to get near zero at times. So I'll have to watch that this morning. But of course, it'll be hit and miss in our neck of the woods for a while. So as we observe, you might notice some fog in some areas this morning. Otherwise, it's a few clouds developing in a few areas this morning as well, becoming partly cloudy at times. It will be partly cloudy in general today. There's a system further off towards the north and west we have our eye on right about in here. That'll give us a slight chance for a few rain showers today, especially in the northern ends of the state. Some of those may try to sneak further to the south and east before they fizzle out. There's a small chance today, so most of us should stay dry under a partly cloudy sky. But the tropics, as you can see, the Pacific and also in the Atlantic, remaining rather active at this point. Let's talk about the Atlantic, though. We do have a Hurricane Earl, now a Category 2 hurricane that's really starting to get its act together and move to the north. Here's Danielle continuing to develop as well. They'll continue to update this thing as a Category 1 hurricane. But all these systems right here, here's Earl right here, 105-mile-per-hour winds moving to the north at about 9 miles per hour, getting close to Bermuda. Danielle still at 70 miles per hour, northeast at about 15 or 16 miles per hour. Now, Invest 95L, one of the latest updates to get issued, though. We're seeing as it winds up to 35 miles per hour, moving towards the west-northwest at about 18 miles per hour in a few areas. Earl is going to be tracking off towards the north and east, getting close to Bermuda as a Category 3 or 4 hurricane. So it's going to be getting pretty close before it tracks off towards the north and east. It'll begin to leave a lot of people alone. Otherwise, though, Danielle continues to make that loop that they're expecting before it moves into another part of the world. So that will be leaving us alone for the most part, though. And for those wondering about the path, here's a kind of a better look at where this this system will be going. And what we're going to be plotting on the spaghetti plot models to see kind of a general idea from the models and where Invest 95L could be going. And we're expecting it to take a swing from the northwest eventually to the north, and it should be leaving a lot of us alone. Otherwise, so here we are, though. Our average high is 74 degrees. We'll be in the 70s and 80s for the next few days before we fall back into the middle 70s as we head towards next week. Muggy Mirror moving forward, though. Dew points won't be too bad either. We'll be rising into the 60s as we head towards Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so we'll be feeling a little bit more humid as we head towards the weekend and even into parts of next week. Futurecast moving forward, we do have a little bit of fog this morning. That'll get out of here. We'll be partly cloudy today with a slight chance for a few rain showers. That will fizzle out later on tonight, and then things will begin to calm down later on. Maybe a little bit of fog farther off towards the north. Forecast for today, upper 70s, partly cloudy with a slight chance for a rain shower. South wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on site, lower 50s becoming mostly clear. Maybe some areas of dense fog again, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. A lot of sunshine on Friday with highs reaching for the lower 80s. We'll be in the middle 80s on Saturday with a mostly sunny sky. And clouds move in on Sunday and Monday. Highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Just as cooler weather comes along, so does another great offer from Renewal by Andersen. All this month, $300 off each of our energy-efficient windows. $800 off each door. Nothing down, no payments or interest for 12 months for qualified buyers. Schedule a free in-home consultation at rbagreatermaine.com.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Pound the pavement for cancer awareness Sunday, October 9th at the Sea Dog on the Bangor waterfront. Register at runsignup.com. Goodie bags given to the first 200 people to register. Visa gift cards are randomly hidden in goodie bags. You could win $25 or even $100. Fundraise $150 and get a limited edition t-shirt. All proceeds stay in our community. Pound the Pavement, sponsored by the Sea Dog, Ice Pick Vodka, ABC7 and Fox 22, and the Purple Iris Foundation. Register now at runsignup.com.
Welcome back in. Thank you for staying with us. It's dangerous to look too closely into any small sample size, but the way Brewer football dominated Bangor in Week 1, there is no doubt the Witches are intent on putting last year's struggle behind them. Dave Peck has the story.
No matter their records,
it was a great experience.
The across-the-river matchup,
crazy, couldn't go to sleep,
always brings the juice.
It's Bangor, it's Brewer Bangor, so that adds fuel to the fire.
After struggling throughout 2021, Brewer football started the year with a statement, avenging last season's loss with a dominant 35-6 win over a young Bangor team.
I think last year was motivation for a lot of us. I mean, going 1-8, I think a lot of those losses build up, and we did not want that this year.
It's one thing to just want it. But all offseason long, Hughes and the Witches have put in the work to help ensure a bounce-back 2022.
We thought we were a better team than we were last year, so it was nice to really, have a good start to this year.
We really worked hard, went to the University of Maine, did a overnight camp that was padded, kind of installed our offense at that point, so it's kind of, I think, given us kind of a leg up.
As has the leadership of this senior class of athletes.
They've been on other teams where the chemistry has been just amazing. And so we try to bring that into this football program and have everybody feel like they're here to win.
With an ATR win under their belt, there's momentum for the Witches, but also a firm understanding that last week's game was, well, last week.
We've been talking a lot about just flipping the page, going on, just moving on. Every week's going to be a big week for us.
And this week, it only gets tougher when Brewer travels to Skowhegan to face a Riverhawks team poised for a championship run.
I know we're not the favorites against Skowhegan, but I'm hoping we can hopefully go in there and get a surprise them.
Obviously, they were voted as probably the best team in the class, and I think we know that, but we don't think any team is too good for us. We're going to go into it thinking it's going to be a battle, it's going to be a war.
Reporting in Brewer, Dave Peck, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Great stuff from the Witches there. Great stuff from them Friday night. Really looking forward to that Skowhegan matchup this Friday. All right, speaking of this Friday, week 2 of the high school football season kicks off, and it will also be Autism Awareness Night around the state. Many coaching staffs throughout Maine, 35 programs to be exact, will be sporting these colorful Autism Awareness t-shirts this Friday. The program started back in 2017 and has grown each and every year. This season, more than $10,000 was raised, which will go towards various centers in Portland and Augusta, and the goal is to bring awareness to this neurological and developmental disorder.
You don't necessarily have it on the front of your mind on a Friday night, and football in Maine is a popular thing, so if we can put it in front of people and draw that much more awareness to a great cause and get some understanding about it, it's a win-win.
All right, staying with some high school sports, I'll definitely be looking for those shirts in the crowd on Friday. But let's get to some soccer now. Wednesday, a gorgeous day to be outside, and that's where we are. John Baptist, Foxcroft Academy at the Union Street Rec Fields. This game tied at 1 in the first. Senior Allie Jones looking for the net. This one hits the crossbar, but look how it lands right on the foot of Sydney Lagasse, 2-1 Crusaders. On the other end, Haley Page with 1 goal under her belt already, fights through contact. Little bit of a scrum at the net, playing pinball until Madison Kimball pokes it in. But Baptist offense, they came to play. Here is Claire Gaetani. She gets around the defense and fires this one into the back corner of the net. That's her second goal of the half. And then she would do it again a little bit later. She had a first half hat trick. This one comes off of the free kick, and the Crusaders, they go on to win this one big. Final score is 7-4. I am sure it's not news to anyone at this point, but NFL football starts this week with the Bills and Rams playing on Thursday night. I am super excited. I think I drafted a championship-winning fantasy team, but that is besides the point here. The point here is Patriots are down in Florida already. They're practicing to get accustomed to that South heat, and before their session on Wednesday, they named some team captains. To no one's surprise, Matthew Slater is once again a captain on special teams. You got Devin McCourty, another longtime captain. He's rocking the C on defense with Dietrich Wise and Juwan Bentley. For the offense, it's center David Andrews in. Kind of buried the lead, but the news of the day here, Mac Jones was named an offensive captain for the Patriots as well.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think, I have a lot of work to do. I want to become an even better leader, and I think we have great guys around us that make everything better. So great coaches, great organization, and we just got to build, and I'm going to learn from the older guys like I did, when I first got here, and continue to do that.
New England suits up for Game 1 in Miami Sunday at 1 p.m. Belichick looking for win 322 as a head coach. Across the sideline, Mike McDaniel looking for win number 1. I will be watching former Dolphin, now Patriot, Devontae Parker very closely in this one. I'm excited to see what he can be in New England, and his coach feels the same as well.
Good player. Real good hands. Very competitive. There's a lot to like about him. He's big. He runs well. Catches well. It's tough. I'm excited to see him play in regular season games for us.
Always some great energy from Coach there. All right, that is sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration. Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The Penny Pincher.
Name something a man might have in common with his underpants.
They cheat. the Blunt Mama.
If you knew Steve Harvey was at your door, you'd answer it wearing what?
Nothing.
Nothing. Don't do it like that, Miss Carol.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Happy Thursday, September 8th, 2022. It was on this day in 1974 that President Gerald Ford pardoned former President Richard Nixon.
Star Trek began its mission to boldly go where no man has gone before on this day in 1966. And remember little Randy Taylor on TV's Home Improvement? Actor Jonathan Taylor Thomas is 41 today. And today is National Ampersand Day. A day for everything.
Always. There's always a day for everything.
A day for everything.
I actually was looking up all the national holidays. I'm pretty sure there's like 12 today. Just alone. Yeah. And they range from like National Are You Okay Day to National Picture Day. I love the Are You Okay Day. Like, you want me to answer that honestly?
Just check in. Yeah. That's one of my favorite things is when people ask you how they are, it doesn't have to be a social standard. You don't have to say, good, thanks, and you. You can say, not great, and it can be at that.
The wheels are still turning.
Right, you could just leave it at that. And it's like, okay, hey, thanks for giving me an update. If you're grumpy, I know it's not me. Yeah, we're just checking in.
Before we throw it over to weather, we're going to switch things over one more time. And here's a quick look at your upbeat stories making headlines.
U.S. Capitol Police say cheers could be heard in the command center as officers helped a woman deliver a baby in an SUV parked outside the Hart Senate building yesterday. Both mom and the baby girl are doing well. Police in Simi Valley, California were called to rescue a family that got trapped in a bedroom while a bear rummaged through their kitchen. The bear got through an unlocked door and ate a cake before opening the fridge. As officers rushed through the front door, the bear took off. And after the U.S. women's national soccer team beat Nigeria, they signed a collective bargaining agreement with the U.S. Soccer Federation that guarantees the same pay as men's teams, even though they don't have anywhere near the number of fans or sponsorship money. The women are very pleased. And those are some of the other stories that are making headlines on ABC 7.
And now let's get a look at that forecast. Meteorologist Evan Biggs is in the latest.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomas and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. All right, as we start things off this morning, some areas seeing some fog, especially across the western ends of the state, and also to the north near the Millinocket area too. Don't be surprised if we do encounter some dense fog as you do make your travels this morning. That will be going away as we'll have a decent amount of sunshine moving forward later today, but also some clouds. We're seeing some clouds developing this morning, and there's a little wave of energy to the north and west that will give us the opportunity, at least a slight chance for a few showers later today, especially in the northern ends of the state. Some of those may try to sneak further down to the south before they begin to fizzle out. Otherwise, though, things will remain calm today under a partly cloudy sky. But here's what will happen. Now, a wave of energy will move in. Here's those showers we're watching out for. Some may sneak to the south before they fizzle out, and there'll be more fog that we'll have to watch out for. At least further off towards the north by tomorrow morning will not be as widespread as what we're seeing in a few areas this morning. The wind's not a huge deal as well, mainly out of the south at about 5, maybe up to 10 miles per hour. In a few spots overall, the wind today will be looking pretty decent. We'll be in the upper 70s today. Partly cloudy, a slight chance for a rain shower, especially further to the north. South wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. A mixture of clouds and sun. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
The fossil of a 150 million-year-old dinosaur is going up for auction in October. The dinosaur, called Zephyr, is a Camptosaurus, almost 10 feet long and just over 4 feet tall.
It was discovered in Colorado in 2019 and expected to sell to close to $500,000. And the Zephyr's skeleton is 70% complete, and it even includes fossilized tendons. The dinosaur is being sold by French auction house Drought. And for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood,
here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
Oh, hello world.
It's the beginning of the end for The Good Fight. The Good Wife spinoff starts its 6th and final season today. Star Christine Baranski telling me that working on the legal drama, which consistently satirized American politics, starting with Donald Trump's presidential win, was amazing.
I'm very proud of the work. I think it will go down as the best show of our times in terms of reflecting what was going on in these crazy 6 years.
The first episode of the final season of The Good Fight is out today on Paramount+.
Hey, Mater, want a race? Well, come on.
Also out today, it's time to go on a road trip with your favorite Pixar cars. Cars on the Road is a bunch of mini episodes starring Mater and Lightning McQueen. Larry the Cable Guy voices everybody's favorite tow truck, telling me there's nothing better than a good road trip.
Just being with people you like, being with people you love, and just exploring the rest of the country.
Cars on the Road makes its debut today on Disney+. It's mother versus daughter for the first time this season on Dancing with the Stars. TikTok star Charli D'Amelio and her mom Heidi will compete against each other in the ballroom. The new season of Dancing with the Stars debuts September 19th on its new home, Disney+. Disney, by the way, the parent company of ABC News. And happy birthday, Pink! The superstar singer is 43 today, while Stranger Things star Gaten Matarazzo is 20. And that's what's happening in Hollywood.
Still to come here on the second half of our show. In an effort to raise funds for the Big Brothers Big Sisters mentoring program, volunteers this weekend will prepare to pull a jet.
Plus, a new store with nearly everything inside locally sourced will be opening down east. This and more local news when we return.
My heart is breaking for our seniors in Maine. Joe Biden and the Democrats have made everything that we need to live more expensive. They are driving up inflation, driving up the cost of heating oil and gasoline, and keeping our border open with Mexico. We know how to fix these problems, but we need to make a change. Governor LePage needs a partner in Washington with common sense. I want to bring common sense, Maine common sense, back to Congress. I love the people of Maine. I love our state, and I want to help.
I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday, all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Dynamic hatchbacks, capable and rugged SUVs and crossovers, go anywhere vans, powerful full-size pickups. Toyota has more electrified all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive models than any other brand, like the electrified RAV4 Hybrid with 40 mpg and up to a 580-mile total driving range. Your New England Toyota dealer, your electrified all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Check one, check two. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee, check. Tasty treats,
check.
Freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
check.
Stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Ohtani leads the Angels against Altuve and the Astros. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
United Way of Eastern Maine has officially changed its name to Heart of Maine United Way. The announcement was made Wednesday morning at the organization's annual breakfast at the Hilton Garden Inn in Bangor.
Remarks were made throughout the morning from the president of United Way Worldwide, Angela Williams, president of Heart of Maine United Way, Shira Patterson, and a well-known poverty expert, Dr. Donna Beagle. Patterson says she wanted the name chosen to represent everything about Maine.
This has been a long process, and we just really wanted to make sure that we selected a name that not only represented our geography and the region that we cover in the state, but also the people that live here and that make it so special and that are so generous. And that's why Heart of Maine just really rose right to the top for us.
Established in 1937 as the community chest, United Way has grown from serving the community of Bangor to more than 121,000 families across 6 counties.
This Saturday at 10 a.m., local businesses and organizations will be present at the Bangor International Airport to see who can pull a jet aircraft 20 feet in the fastest time. All in order to raise sorely needed funding for Big Brothers Big Sisters for Mid-Maine youth mentoring programs. At 9:30 a.m., team registration will begin, then a welcome and opening remarks will follow. Promptly at 10:15, the first team will pull the plane.
Teams are made up of 8 to 10 people and must raise a minimum of $500 to participate. A trophy will be presented to the team with the fastest pull time, along with a prize for the top fundraisers. Spectators are welcome to attend the event, with the entrance being next to the C&L Aviation Hangar at Bangor International Airport, which is accessible from Polk Street.
The College of the Atlantic and Mount Desert 365 are bringing something new to Northeast Harbor's historic Main Street.
Devin Dagnall has more.
After a little under a year of work and partnership, Mount Desert 365 and the College of the Atlantic are breathing new life into Northeast Harbor's Main Street with the Salt Market. MD 365 is a nonprofit organization tasked with revamping the community.
Our mission is to revitalize the town, and we do that on 2 tracks. One is to bring back a more robust year-round population, and the other one is to support the businesses that are here.
The Salt Market is a kitchen collective, which means nearly everything in the store is locally sourced. The market has a robust selection of food, coffee, art, and produce, all from within the borders of Maine.
It's special because it's a collection, it's a community, and I think that there's so many beautiful things that this island has to offer, and it's been a dream of mine for a while to have some of it, as much as possible, under one roof.
The building can also house up to 15 students in the apartment located right above the market in off-campus housing for the College of the Atlantic. Rob Levin, Director of Communication at the College of the Atlantic, says that all the students who live in the apartments will be required to serve 50 hours of community service a year with any organization in Mount Desert.
This opportunity with Mount Desert 365 to bring some year-round economic vitality, some presence, and some vibrance to Northeast Harbor really fits in with our mission.
In Mount Desert, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
A newly released retirement survey names 2 cities in Maine on its list of best places to retire.
Brad Rogers has the details.
Quality of life, activities, and affordability were 3 of the top criteria to determine the rankings on this list of best cities to retire. The new survey ranked Portland 49th out of more than 180 U.S. cities as the best places to retire, with high marks on quality of life, health care, and activities for seniors.
Most of the people we know who've retired here came here because they went to camp early in their life or their kids are here. We did neither.
Bob Baum says he and his wife had never even been to Portland, but they knew they didn't want to stay in Boston. Too expensive, he told me.
So we came up to Portland and loved it. We didn't even know half of how good it was going to be.
The Greater Portland Chamber of Commerce says this city and state offers so much for retirees. Its director says we have struck the right balance between having a small town feel with big city amenities like our renowned restaurant scene, world-class health care, and a thriving arts and culture community. Pip Walter says with so much to offer, his decision to retire here was easy.
Well, we're standing in one of the reasons right here in the middle of the old port. It's got, fantastic restaurants, a really nice vibe. It's just, it's a very peaceful, very cultural city with, lots to do and very safe.
Lewiston also made the list with a 129 ranking, also with high marks in health care and quality of life. However, both cities got low marks when it came to affordability, particularly now when homes and apartments are not only more expensive, but in short supply.
We still have a lot of diversity here, which I really like, but we limit in how many people can be living here now because not many people can afford it.
I'm sure there are cheaper places, but for the money, I think it's the place to be.
There are more affordable cities to retire to and some more expensive, but Maine's housing crisis remains the biggest obstacle for retirees looking for a house, condo, or apartment.
After the break, we have your Pet of the Week segment.
But first, here's a quick look at your forecast. Temperatures in the high 70s today. A little bit of sunshine out there. We'll see some clouds move in overnight. Those temps drop down to the low 50s. And tomorrow, we are back up in the low 80s with more sunshine on the way.
I earned my retirement. I worked over 40 years for it. But Bruce Poliquin doesn't get it. He's a Wall Street banker and congressman who took all that money from the drug and insurance industries, then voted for devastating cuts to Medicare and risking Social Security. Poliquin even supported raising the retirement age. Bruce Poliquin is all about corporations and multimillionaires like himself, not us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Come to the Maine Wiener Fest, September 11th at the Steamboat Landing Park on the Belfast waterfront. There's something for everyone, including a canine costume contest, a grand parade, a Duxie Derby, and more. Join these local businesses for the celebration. Goose River Farm on Belmont Avenue in Belfast. GRF Real Estate Company on Belmont Avenue in Belfast. And Riptide Smoke Shop, voted Waldo County's Business of the Year 2017 and 2019 through 2022.
I get middle-aged women saying, my grandmother and I watched you on Cheers.
Next through, TV legend Ted Danson. If they came to you with like a Cheers reboot, what would you do next? Plus, Drew's food news. Scientists have actually tested the 5-second rule. The food was very definitely contaminated. Next Drew.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Thursday at 11 on Fox 22. The Pet of the Week is brought to you by Riptide Smoke Shop in Belfast.
Oh boy, did you pick the perfect day to tune in. We are joined with Catherine Ravenscraft from the Bangor Humane Society, and on top of it, this is Maggie, and she has stolen all of our hearts. Catherine, good morning.
Good morning, thank you. I know she does it effortlessly. I mean, look at that face, my goodness.
Pretty girl.
Yes. So this is Maggie. Full disclosure, she is not yet available for adoption. She does have a story, and I'll get to that, but she's kind of on the backside of the shelter right now, so she can't be seen. We would ask that folks just watch the website. Once she is available for adoption, that's where she'll appear. Yep. We can't really answer any more questions than what I talk about today. Yep. But I really wanted to bring her and showcase what we are doing at the shelter. Yes, we are there to take in homeless and unwanted pets, and every once in a while we get a friend like Maggie, who was surrendered to us probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago because she had been on the property of her former owner, and they had had a bonfire. And Maggie accidentally, there was no malice, there was no intention, it was not abuse. Maggie accidentally ran over some hot coals, and she burned off the paw pads on 3 out of 4 of her little puppy feet. And it was very, very unfortunate. Her owners really did love her, but unfortunately they couldn't cover the vet expenses that were required. And, you know, it was absolutely the right thing for them to do with a burn like that. If it's not treated, it could become infected, and you don't want to mess around with an animal's feet, you know. And so they didn't try to tackle it themselves, which was also good. They sought out the right kind of help for her so that she could heal. And actually, it was just this Tuesday that the bandages came off of her feet. Can I just say there is nothing cuter, even though it's sad. There is nothing cuter. She had like 3 little casts on her feet, and she was just so stinking adorable. So yeah, she is still healing a little, and so we're just taking our time and making sure that she is healthy before we put her out on the adoption floor. But
a lot of puppy behavior. She's clearly healing really well.
Yeah,
she's happy. She's energetic. She doesn't seem super anxious. She was loved, and that bums me out so much, an unfortunate accident, but she obviously has good manners already.
She really does. I remain convinced that they were working with her. If you have a treat, she knows how to sit. And she hasn't been able to go outside, so we haven't been able to keep up with any sort of potty training, but she does talk right before she finds a spot to squat. So I think that they were already in that process of house training her, and she's so smart. Whoever she goes home with, they're going to have their hands full for sure, because she is so energetic. But she is just an absolutely wonderful dog. She is going to be, I think, pretty easy to train, at least for the basics. And then once she gets out of that stage of chewing on everything, she'll be perfect.
And she's still growing too. Teeth are still coming in. She's going to get bigger.
Yep, she is. It's
smarter, wiser, more diabolical. That's how it works.
Maggie,
she does so well with humans too. When you brought her in here, I mean, she opened right up to all of us. And because puppies sometimes can be very frightful in new situations, but she seems to know the lay of the land, running around, doing her thing.
Yeah, exactly. Which is really amazing given her injuries and the type of interaction that she's had with humans. A lot of love, a lot of care, but some discomfort too. And so I think that just speaks to her gentle soul. She's just a lover.
And being able to come back from a traumatic incident, a young puppy. I mean, she may never go near anything darker that she's noticed ever again.
Sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
But we're happy she's in good spirits, and you've got a great crew over at the Humane Society taking care of you. We all know how wonderful you guys work. And how great you are.
I mean, that was part of the care. It's not just that initial visit with the vet, but we had our animal care techs and our vet tech changing her bandages 2, sometimes 3 times a day. Wow. They couldn't get wet, and she would chew on them even with the cone of shame. She would find a way to get those paws in there. So it was some pretty intensive care for at least the first couple of weeks.
Well, it seems like you guys did a great job, because she is in phenomenal spirits.
Happy. Yeah. So we just wanted to let folks know about it, and I know I've talked about Paws on Parade a little bit, but Maggie is the reason to sign up for Paws on Parade. I mean, you get a free T-shirt, you get to come to a dog party, but you're supporting animals like Maggie in their care. And
who wouldn't want to come to a dog party?
I don't
Plenty
even
of people.
know.
I get it.
But
hey,
but if you do love
a
dogs,
cat party in the future. Yes.
But if you want to be the true dog lover, you should show up.
Exactly. I mean, there's stupid dog tricks. There's costume contests.
There's
the fun, there's a big dog walk.
Oh, there's a big yawn. It's about nap time. Catherine, thank you so much for joining us today. This was Maggie, you did great.
You did great.
You're a star.
Thank you.
You're a star.
She's like, hey, I get to stay here, right? Let's throw it over to Devin with another check of our forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, fog, name of the game this morning, especially near the Millinocket area, seeing some dense fog just around the area. And further off towards the western ends of the state, some widespread fog being developed that's causing some areas of visibility to get near 0 at times. So I'll have to watch that this morning. But of course, it'll be hit and miss in our neck of the woods for a while. So as we observe, you might notice some fog in some areas this morning. Otherwise, it's a few clouds developing in a few areas this morning as well. Becoming partly cloudy at times. It will be partly cloudy in general today. There's a system further off towards the north and west we have our eye on right about in here. That'll give us a slight chance for a few rain showers today, especially in the northern ends of the state. Some of those may try to sneak further to the south and east before they fizzle out. There's a small chance today, so most of us should stay dry under a partly cloudy sky. But the tropics, as you can see, the Pacific and also in the Atlantic, remaining rather active at this point. Let's talk about the Atlantic, though. We do have a Hurricane Earl, now a Category 2 hurricane that's really starting to get its act together and move to the north. Here's Danielle continuing to develop as well. They're continuing to update this thing as a Category 1 hurricane. Well, all these systems right here, here's Earl right here, 105-mile-per-hour winds moving to the north at about 9 miles per hour, getting close to Bermuda. Danielle still at 70 miles per hour, northeast at about 15 or 16 miles per hour. Now, Invest 95L, one of the latest updates to get issued, though, we're seeing as it winds up to 35 miles per hour, moving towards the west-northwest at about 18 miles per hour in a few areas. Earl is going to be tracking out towards the north and east, getting close to Bermuda as a Category 3 or 4 hurricane. So it's going to be getting pretty close before it tracks out towards the north and east, and it'll begin to leave a lot of people alone. Otherwise, though, Danielle continues to make that loop that they're expecting before it moves into another part of the world. So that will be leaving us alone for the most part, though, and for those wondering about the path, here's a kind of a better look at where the system will be going. And we're going to be plotting on the spaghetti plot models to see kind of a general idea from the models and where Invest 95L could be going. And we're expecting it to take a swing from the northwest or eventually to the north, and it should be leaving a lot of us alone. Otherwise, so here we are, though. Our average high is 74 degrees. We'll be in the 70s and 80s for the next few days before we fall back into the middle 70s as we head towards next week. Muggy mirror moving forward, though. Dew points won't be too bad either. We'll be rising into the 60s as we head towards Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, so we'll be feeling a little bit more humid as we head towards the weekend and even into parts of next week. Futurecast moving forward, we do have a little bit of fog this morning that will get out of here. We'll be partly cloudy today with a slight chance for a few rain showers. That will fizzle out later on tonight, and then things will begin to calm down later on, maybe a little bit of fog further off towards the north. Forecast for today, upper 70s, partly cloudy with a slight chance for a rain shower. South wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 50s becoming mostly clear. Maybe some areas of dense fog again, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. A lot of sunshine on Friday with highs reaching for the lower 80s. We'll be in the middle 80s on Saturday with a mostly sunny sky. And clouds move in on Sunday and Monday. Highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
You don't just go to work. You do the work. And it shows. You're committed to training and inspiring others. And you play as hard as you work. For that, you need a vehicle as strong as you are to get you where you want to go. Dedication. That's a Varney value, and one you'll find at Varney Buick GMC, Hogan Road, Bangor.
The Furniture Gallery is celebrating Labor Day. Thank you to those who continue to work hard every day. It's your time to kick back and relax in a new recliner. Save 10% on our entire recliner selection. After a long day at work, you deserve a great night's sleep. The Furniture Gallery is offering a free bundle with any Simmons Harmony Luxe, Serta iComfort, and Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress purchase. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business. The Furniture Gallery, Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
On the next Last Man Standing.
Working on cars always puts you in such a great mood.
They're the all-stars of classic cars.
Just two guys funding their hobby. It'll be fun.
Fun is my middle name. Until a third wheel rolls in.
You tell this numbskull we might let him work with us?
See, we couldn't agree on a business name, a logo, or the best James Bond.
The answer's obvious. Timothy Dalton.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. Not sure what the weather will be in your neck of the woods, but there's a 100% chance of Luke showing up near you. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes throughout Maine. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
Welcome back. If you missed Maggie, she'll be back on our website very soon. Oh, still it hurts.
I want a puppy.
I know. I got two and I want a third. But then I start realizing, I'm like, oh, could we do a three?
She's an angel.
Well, finally, a video that's gone viral, maybe baseball's version of The Grinch. It shows a man in a Major League Baseball game stepping in front of a group of girls to catch a baseball. It happened last Thursday at Nationals Park in Washington.
That was so strategic. Look at that. She would have caught that too. That is wild. Well, a Nationals outfielder, Joey Meneses, threw the ball towards the group of girls. The mother of one of the girls posted the video, and the Nationals got in touch with the mom, and she says the team is sending something to her daughter. So it all works out in the end, and thankfully that guy doesn't have his face on camera because that's so rude.
Well, right off the bat, I'm going to tell him he's